What it is, YouTube, is your boy Nizzy coming back with another bullseye of a tutorial here today on the channel. Okay, so I'm about to do a dope vocal preset for this really dope rapper, Veeze. Okay, so let's get to it right now. And if you guys do like the preset, check it out in the link. Don't forget to suggest more artists so we could keep these videos rolling. And let's get to it right now. All right, let's go.
But he ain't gang, I always split my pill with him. These niggas done that still stable, trying to make a meal with him. I call you to my outside, promise I'ma spend with you. I hit that bitch up bestie too, I fucked up that her friendship. I'm throwing, but he ain't gang, I always split my pill with him. These niggas done that still stable, trying to make a meal with him. I call you to my outside, promise I'ma spend with you. I hit that bitch up bestie too, I fucked up that her friendship. I'm throwing, but he ain't gang, I always split my pill with him. These niggas done that still stable, trying to make a meal with him. I call you to my outside, promise I'ma spend with you. I hit that bitch up bestie too, but he ain't ganger, I wouldn't split my pill with him. These niggas done that still stack, he was trying to make a meal with him. I call you to my outside, promise I'ma spend with you. I hit that bitch up bestie too, I fucked up that hoe.
Okay, so that's me trying to do my best impression of the really dope artist right here, Veeze. Okay, so I know that Veeze, a guy like Veeze, I believe he's from Detroit, right? Let me know down below. Or from Michigan. Pretty much I really like his vocals a lot because his vocals have a really kind of like a really like chill type of swag type of vibe, but also a little bit of that street edge. So, you know, today that's what we're kind of going for, that pro trap vocal. Okay, so let's see what it sound like with and without the vocal preset. Let's go.
But he ain't gang, I won't split my pill with him. These niggas done, they still stable, trying to make a meal with him. I call you to my outside, promise I'ma spend with you. I hit that bitch up bestie too, I fucked up that her friendship. But he ain't gang, I won't split my pill with him. These niggas done, they still stable, trying to make a meal with him. I call you to my outside, promise I'ma spend with you. I hit that bitch up bestie too, I fucked that. But he ain't gang, I won't split my pill with him. These niggas done, they still stack, he was trying to make a meal with him. I call you.
All right, yeah, so that's me trying to do my best impression, and there's a certain texture behind Veeze's vocals, so really dope too. The Autotune, you know, I really like his Autotune. Is somewhat natural, but you still can kind of feel that there's a sense of Autotune there, you know, like a little bit of like a cover on a bed type shit like that. There's just a layer of cloth, a layer of smoothness over his actual vocal with the Autotune. That's kind of how I see it. Boom, 11 retune speed. Boom, 24 humanize. You know, the retune speed is fast enough to where you still hear that danger type of glitching in his voice, but still very natural for the most part. So boom, the very first thing that I'm using today is gonna be the J37 tape, okay? And I see the J37 tape, I feel like I'm a barber when I'm fucking around with that biasing. So it's like when you go to the barber, you tell that motherfucker, man, hit the back of my head with a 3, a 2, a 1. You know that those different the you know, the guards or whatever on the blade type shit like that, they all produce a different texture. So, you know, I picked the brightest tape formula, which is usually the red one. Sometimes the black might sound brighter too, but I use the biasing, I use the over biasing to warm up the vocal. You know, it creates a softer texture, like when you want to get a skin fade or a buzz fade, you know, two different textures type shit.
But he ain't gang, I won't split my pill with him. These niggas done, they still stable, trying to make a meal with him. I call you to my outside, promise I'ma spend with you. I hit that bitch up bestie too, I fucked up that her friendship. I'm thumping. But he ain't gang, I won't split my pill with him. These niggas done, they still stable, trying to make a meal with him. I call you to my outside, promise I'ma spend with you. I hit that bitch up bestie too, I fucked up that her friendship. I'm throwing.
All right, so yeah, most important, that's what the over bias was doing. I also hit it with a little bit of saturation, and I played around with the flutter too because I want that popping sound in the Veeze voice to come out even more. I always talk about this shit, but look, let me throw the depth up real quick so you hear what it's really doing.
But he ain't gang, I won't split my pill with him. These niggas done, they still stable, trying to make a meal with him. I call you to my outside.
So you hear all that like that, the dropouts and the shit like that, that fluttering. That's what it brings to the vocal, and it helps the Autotune get that texture of Veeze. It's not just the sound, it's also a texture behind it. You feel me, my nigga? When you hit that barber and you say a skin fade or a buzz fade, the back of your head gonna have a different texture, my nigga. Okay, so boom, REQ. And most importantly, I'm dipping out some of that low mid, and I did a broadband boost. I found that vocal character of Veeze, you feel me? Like I'm an animator, like I'm a drawer, you feel me? Like I'm an artist. I found the beautiful part of this painting, and I highlighted it out with a Sharpie marker, you feel me? Which is this EQ move. I'm bringing out more of that popping, that Rice Krispie, more of that bubblegum, that Trident bubblegum out of his voice, you feel me?
When he ain't gang, I won't split my pill with him. These niggas done, they still to stay with trying to make a meal with him. I call you to my outside, promise I'ma spend with you. I hit that. When he ain't gang, I won't split my pill with him. These niggas done, they still to stay with trying to make a meal with him. I call you to my outside, promise I'ma spend with you.
So like a situation like where I'm like, boom, I'm hitting my little EQ move on the vocal, and I'm thinking like, where is the highlight? Where is the main attribute? Where is the sweetness? You feel me? Like sour and sweet candy. I don't want the sourness of the vocal. I want the sweetness. So I'm using my ears to locate the sweetness, and boom, I detected it right here. Okay, then boom, I cut out a little bit of that sourness. You feel me? In this low mid, anything to block it up. And because I did a little cut right here, this kind of makes this sound more prominent and intelligible. You feel me? I'm taking all the sour shit out of the candy and I only got the sweetness. All right. So boom, after that, we got a de-esser. And I did a notch de-esser, not a shelf. I wanted to retain most of my high end.
When he ain't gang, I won't split my pill with him. These niggas done, they still to stay with trying to make a meal with him. I call you to my outside, promise I'ma spend with you. I hit that bitch up bestie too, I fucked up, they her friendship. I'm throwing, but he ain't gang, I won't split my pill with him. These niggas done, they still to stay with trying to make a meal with him. I call you to my outside, promise I'ma.
So there's still like this crystally type of diamonds, type of VVS diamond type of like popping in his vocal. Even I did the impression to the point where you even hear my vocal, you hear a little bit of popping, gang, you hear so much little popping, but those are like the low level nuances of his vocal. That's the character of his vocal, you feel me? Like if his vocal was a cat, that shit would be the whiskers, you feel me? That little, you feel me? That little popping type shit. So understanding that I want my vocal to be kind of like unraveling, like a rose petal or a tulip type shit. If it was a flower, I'm trying to control that low mid, because I know that range that I boosted right here is gonna be swirling all around like a worm, moving all around like it got grease on it type shit, right? And that's why when I come on that C4, boom, I'm holding that low mid. I'm holding that low mid. You feel me? I'm just like a camera. I'm like a photographer. I'm keeping the tripod in place. That's the low mid. You feel me? Type shit like that. I'm getting it stable.
When he ain't gang, I won't split my pill with him. These niggas done, they still to stay with trying to make a meal with him. I call you to my outside, promise I'ma spend with you. I hit that bitch up bestie too.
And pay attention too. That's why I use the opto behavior, because the opto behavior is smoother. Like the opto is modeling LA2A type of behavior. You feel me? So that's the type of JIT it's acting like. And the electro is modeling 1176. So that's the type of JIT it's acting like. You feel me? It's like a mime. You know, what the fuck is it copying? 1176 or the LA2A, all right? So yeah, and of course, that's another de-esser right there too, putting in a little bit of work. After that, I use the Fairchild. I like how Veeze's voice, like now I've controlled that low mid, I'm trying to boost it back, you know, get it to really fill out like some cement. You feel me? Like when you building a house or type shit, construction workers, they putting that cement on the sidewalk, right? And then now that cement starts to harden and really hold in place. So I'm using that 670 to really hold the vocal in place, because it has a tube and it has transformers in it, which is giving that body, giving that real type of stability. And most importantly, this preset pop vocal is mostly just kind of like pushing the tube moderately, which is giving a little bit of brightness. So I'm using this as a vocal brightener, right? Vocal brightener and a vocal thickener, you know.
When he ain't gang, I won't split my pill with him. These niggas done, they still to stay with trying to make a meal with him. I call you to my outside, promise I'ma spend with you. I hit that bitch up bestie too. When he ain't gang, I won't split my pill with him. These niggas done, they still to stay with trying to make a meal with him. I call you to my outside, promise I'ma spend with you. I hit that bitch.
And I use that strategically, understanding that Veeze's voice has that like the whiskers, you feel me, of the vocal type shit like that. Those little frilly hairs, right? That shit right there, the tube helps that, you know, sound better. It sounds bright, right? So listen to the original vocal and listen to how there's like a shimmering in that mid-range of his vocal.
He ain't ganger, I wouldn't split my pill with him. These niggas dumb, they're still a stack, he was trying to make a meal with him. When I call you twin, your eyes, my eyes, I promise I go spin with you. I hit that bitch up bestie too.
So it kind of gives the vocal like a little bit of a 5 o'clock shadow. Like if it got a beard type shit, got a little bit of 5 o'clock shadow, not a whole beard, but just a little bit of a 5 o'clock shadow. You feel me? Just a little bit of peach fuzz type shit. You know, that's what I would call it, a peach fuzz on the vocal. So that's what it's doing. The 670 is bringing that texture, you know?
When he ain't gang, I won't split my pill with him. These niggas done, they still stay with trying to make a meal with him. I call you to my outside.
So yeah, that's why it's important to like develop your ear a little bit, you know, because when you're hearing the whole vocal, it's like a pizza that's put together. But sometimes what you got to do is you got to flip that switch in your ear to hear it like a pizza that has slices cut into it. Hearing the low mid, hearing the low end, hearing the top end, hearing the regular mid range, the upper mid range. You feel me? How I'm saying like, oh, I hear his vocal is like shimmering a little bit in the higher end, so I know to use that Fairchild to add that seasoning. That pepper to that area, you feel me? So I use the SSLG, SSL gangsta mode. You feel me? I use that because it's nice and gritty. It reminds me of like that Detroit hard trap type of sound.
When he ain't gang, I won't split my pill with him. These niggas done, they still stay with trying to make a meal with him. I call you to my outside. Promise I'ma spend with you. I hit that bitch up bestie too.
Most important thing is boom, high shelf. You know, making the vocals feel airy. So the 670 is giving me air. Now I'm using a little bit of this right here to give me more air. Like you can use a bike pump to get air in your tire, or you can go to the gas station and go to the machine and put air in the tire. You know, they're doing the same shit, but in two different ways. You feel me? I'm adding air. You feel me? They both add air. You feel me? So yeah, and then the compression is cool. You feel me? The release time is musical. You feel me? Not too fast, but not too slow either. And it's keeping up with his flow. That's the most important part about the release time. Boom, fresh air.
When he ain't gang, I won't split my pill with him. These niggas done, they still stay with trying to make a meal with him. I call you to my outside. Promise I'ma spend with you. I hit that bitch up bestie too.
And I just love this plugin to get that plastic, you know, supermarket, Zephyr Hills, water bottle type of plastically super plastic water bottle type of frequency. You know, like when you bend the plastic bottle type shit, you hear this like crumpling type of shit. And that's what I like the mid-air for. And that's helping the vocal character of Veeze. So boom, low shelf. That's just taking a little bit of shit out of the toilet.
When he ain't gang, I won't split my pill with him. These niggas done, they still stay with trying to make a meal with him. I call you to my outside. Promise I'ma spend with you. I hit that.
And I like playing around with my Q because I'm bumping up that mid-range, you know? You see? This is kind of like flat. It's like flat-chested. Now, boom, that's like the double D's type shit. You feel me? Like it just gives it that little bump. You feel me? Especially like in the low throat, the low chest area of the vocal. So boom, after that we have an RVox, and we know what the RVox does, bruh. Like we know what it does. You feel me? It's giving that hug to the vocal, just a light pinch, a light squeeze. You feel me?
When he ain't gang, I won't split my pill with him. These niggas done, they still stay with trying to make a meal with him. I call you to my outside. When he ain't gang, I won't split my pill with him. These niggas done, they still stay with trying to make a meal with him. I call you to my outside. Promise I'ma spend with you. I hit that bitch up bestie too. I fucked up they her French.
Yeah, it's not just about the sound, it's about a texture too, you know? It's about a texture too, you know? When you eat food, it's not about the taste of ice cream. It's the fact that ice cream is smooth. You feel me? It has a smooth texture to it at the same time. You feel me? That also plays into why ice cream is good as fuck. Not just the taste of the ice cream, because if that was the case, why you just don't melt the ice cream and just drink it like that? It's still iced cream, right? It's still cold in milk. Like, nah. The reason why ice cream is good is because it has a texture to it. Same shit in music. It's not just about the sound, it's about the texture, the way it feels. You feel me? That's the feeling. That's beyond the sound. All right? So after that, we got the wave silk vocal. And yeah, this is just being like the last ditch, the goalkeeper. It's pretty much being the goalkeeper right now. You know, just the last stopper at the end.
When he ain't gang, I won't split my pill with him. These niggas done, they still stay with trying to make a meal with him. I call you to my outside. Promise I'ma spend with you. I hit that bitch up.
Super like delicate, bro. That shit not doing nothing, bro. Like it's just making sure that any harshness or any low mid build up is just not there, because that's what the RVox is gonna do. It's gonna squeeze that low mid. I'm just making sure that my room and my floor is clean and mopped and broomed, my nigga. All right, boom. Abbey Road's plate, Abbey Road's dinner plate. Okay, And the most important thing about the Abbey Roads plate is adding some density to that mid range for VZ. I feel like this plate is a little bit bright right off the gate. So I did this treble. I brought down the brightness with the treble, a little bit of bass cut, a little bit of pre-delay. And I like this plug-in stock. But to get that lean, Poe in the fold, promethazine type of sound, I use the crosstalk. And that's contributing to the feeling because this makes the reverb a little bit wonky. Like when a nigga's on lean, like VZ, in the way he's learning his ways of village, like he's off that perk, he's off that lean. That's a kind of like an emotional trigger for me to tell me as an engineer, I want to make this vocal loose. I don't want to make it like a tight tie shirt like we going to church. I want to make it like a smooth, a nice V-neck tee. You feel me? Where it's smooth, it's loose. So that's why I use the crosstalk on this reverb, because that's gonna make the reverb a little bit loose, you feel me?
When he ain't gang, I won't split my pill with him. These niggas done, they still to stay with trying to make a meal with him. I call you to my outside, promise I'ma spend with you. I hit that.
And to emphasize that even more, I use the S1 stereo imager to widen it up. All right, then we use the Waves doubler, and we did a high shelf boost because I want that super emphasis on that texture of that super high end. So did my doubler and I did a high shelf boost on my doubler.
When he ain't gang, I won't split my pill with him. These niggas done, they still to stay with trying to make a meal with him. I call you to my outside, promise I'ma spend with you. I hit that bitch up bestie too. I fucked that they her friend shit. I'm throwing when he ain't gang, I won't split my pill with him. These niggas done, they still to stay with trying to make a meal with him. I call you to my outside, promise I'ma spend with you. I hit that. When he ain't gang, I won't split my pill with him. These niggas done, they still to stay with trying to make.
So now you start to hear a little bit of that brittle Ritz cracker type of frequency start to come into his vocal type shit like that. You feel me? That those crackers, you feel me? When you eating a cracker, got a little bit of salt, it got some crispy type of texture to it. That's what we're going for right there with that move. Not even trying to make the vocal brighter, just more of that vocal character that VZ has, And then SSLG channel scrap. And then, I'm doing parallel compression. The higher the ratio, the harder the need, but then I hit the sidechain filter, right? So it's ignoring a lot of the low end, and I just use the filter right here. And yeah, that's having the compressor not look at the low end. It's still compressing the whole signal. It's just not paying attention to the ass of the vocal type shit.
When he ain't gang, I won't split my pill with him. These niggas done, they still to stay with trying to make a meal with him. I call you to my outside, promise I'ma spend with you. I hit that bitch up bestie too. I fucked that they her friend shit. I'm throwing when he ain't gang, I won't split my pill with him. These niggas done, they still to stay with trying to make a meal with him. I call you to my outside, promise I'ma spend with you. I hit that bitch up bestie too. I fucked that they her friend shit.
All right, and I look a guy like VZ, his voice is kind of skinny. I like to use more parallel compression for people who have skinny ass voices. You feel me? Just to give it more solidity. You know what I mean? And after that, we have the ad libs real quick. Let's play it.
When he ain't gang, I won't split my pill with him. These niggas done, they still to stay with trying to make a meal with him. I call you to my outside, promise I'ma spend with you. I hit that bitch up bestie too. I fucked that they her friend shit. I'm throwing. When he ain't gang, I won't split my pill with him. These niggas done, they still to stay with trying to make a meal with him. I call you to my outside, promise I'ma spend.
So yeah, we're not trying to overpower the lead vocal, but still we let like the whole top end go through type shit like that. And the Sook vocal was just kind of like Pac-Man, fucking up, eating up that high end type shit. And we're doing a compression right here. They control that transient, so the ad libs really sit back, not only because of rolling off the low end gonna push it back, but also compressing it too is gonna tuck it into that back pocket of the jeans of the vocal, and the beat. And then we're using the SSLG channel strip again, a little bit more compression, J37 tape on a slap delay. It kind of gives a little bit more dimension.
When he ain't gang, I won't split my pill with him. These niggas done, they still to stay with trying to make a meal with him. I call you to my outside, promise I'ma spend with you. I hit that bitch up bestie too. I fucked that they her.
Yeah, it just gives a nice little bit of an afro to the vocal, then another Abbey Roads plate. That's pretty much the end of the video here today. If you guys did like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also down below, suggest more artists so we could keep this going. If you want to grab the preset, check it. And I just want to say thanks a lot. If you guys can't wait for the next video, check it out right here in the thumbnail.